Enough is enough.
Teachers fed up.
This is from 2006, and still to this day, I'm learning from it.
The fight for more education funding, the drive behind this historic teacher walkout.
Funding education should be normal.
Their students rallying alongside them with a common goal: get lawmakers' attention. It's a historic day for Oklahoma. Teachers from every corner of the state flooding the Capitol.
But it's not just their own pay raises they're pushing for. They want other state employees to get a pay increase and another $200 million for schools statewide. Our team is spread out across the state, working to bring you all angles of this teacher walkout.
Channel 8 anchor Mark Bradshaw leading our coverage from the Capitol. And Mark, what has the energy been like today when you were there in person?
Well, Neely, this has been quite a day here, and as quickly as all the teachers and the students and the parents came here in the morning, and you've seen the pictures, the video of what it looked like this morning, thousands upon thousands. As quickly as they came, they are leaving just as quick. Bus after bus load have left here, and this is pretty much a ghost town now here. But earlier, about 2 hours ago when I got here, you just walk through the crowd of supporters there, and there's story after story. For example, I talked to one veteran teacher. He told me this is his third protest since he's been a teacher. He's been a teacher, say, like 30 years. Another is an art teacher from Tulsa who buys all of his own art supplies. He lives in Muskogee. He works in Tulsa because Muskogee doesn't have any art classes, so he commutes an hour and a half a day. He's got a master's degree, working for his doctorate, and he fully supports, he's all in for this rally to get more education funding. And also another one just came up to me. He's a finalist for the Teacher of the Year. His name is Chad Harper. He teaches in Muskogee, and he's concerned. I asked him, are you concerned at all that the public opinion will erode at all over the coming days if this walkout goes on beyond 1 day, 1 week, or 2 weeks? And he says he is. He doesn't know what's going to happen. He hopes that it ends before then. So as I mentioned, right now, a lot of the teachers are gone. We had a lot more than just teachers here today. There are a lot of students and parents as well. Channel 8's Angelica Brown talked to a lot of people today and why they made the trek to Oklahoma City today.
A bitter cold day for the start of the walkout, but the heat turned all the way up by the energy of this crowd.
There's strength in numbers, and I think it's going to energize us and make us feel real united and ready to go.
Teachers, students, and parents lined the Capitol by the thousands. Some planted firm right in front with no plans to leave.
I'm going to be here for my students until they come up with a better answer. They deserve better.
Tulsa teacher Jamie Hatley brought her young daughter. The single mom with only $40 in her pocket says she put her life on hold to be here. A life, she says, can be a struggle on her salary.
We eat ramens and raviolis almost every night. Eating out doesn't happen. Buying new clothes doesn't happen. You know, we go to the thrift store if we have something new.
But that's not why she's here. She and many other teachers are hoping lawmakers are listening and fund education.
My issue is not the raise, it's the classroom size, and we need more teachers in the classroom.
We don't have textbooks, we don't have proper supplies we need. I buy a lot of the supplies I need for my classroom every year, and we need that to stop.
These are the resources for the students and the future of Oklahoma.
I don't think it's unreasonable. We asked bare minimum for what we truly need.
For now, the ball is in lawmakers' court. Angelica Brown, Tulsa's Channel 8.
Angelica, thank you. Let me bring in Channel 8's Bert Momolo now. And Bert, you were here early this morning. You were here for the rally at 10:30. Tens of thousands, maybe an estimate of 30,000. We don't know for sure. A lot going on outside, but a lot of work going on inside as well.
Right, Mark. All that activity outside spurred lawmakers inside to try and take some legislative action. Senate Bill 1086, capital gains reform. That would plug $120 million back into the system. Some lawmakers tried to bring that to the floor. Denara Manning, a teacher out of Edmond, was inside the chambers. Walk us through how that was.
It was electric. It was so amazing to see Representative Inman actually call for emergency vote of the capital gains reform. We were all excited. That's the revenue that we need. Because as you know, they passed a raise and more school funding, but now they pulled the revenue, right? So there's no way to pay for it. This was a way to pay for it. We were excited. and there wasn't enough votes to even have it brought to the floor for the House to vote on. We were all let down just as fast as we were so electrified and excited for it.
And the teachers didn't hold back. Tell us some of the outbursts.
There were outbursts. Unfortunately, some teachers had to be removed from, but you know what? We're passionate. We don't want to be out here. That's the thing. So yes, we are going to, they had to try to get the House floor under control a couple times. Then Inman tried to get another bill brought for income tax. He tried to get that bill brought to the floor for us to vote on, for them to vote on. Again, they shot it down. So it's twice they could have given us revenue today and they didn't. So we're going to be back tomorrow until they do their job.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
The showdown is on, Mark. It's real. It's happening right now. This isn't just for show. It's taking place inside too.
A lot of work going on there. All right, thanks, Bert. I should mention we were going to talk with State Superintendent Joy Hoffmeister during this half hour. Just before we went on, I got a text from her saying, sorry, can't make it. I'm in the building behind me talking with lawmakers, hopefully trying to hammer something out there. So a lot of work, as Bert mentioned, going on behind me in the state capitol. Neely, we're going to stay here, and we'll be here later on this newscast and also at 5 and 6 tonight. Back to you.
Mark, thank you. Bert, thank you as well. And Edmond High School hosting a demonstration of their own at the Capitol. Reagan Kilaki, a teacher at Edmond Memorial, hosting about 100 students in makeshift classrooms. These students in his AP Language Literature classes, Kilaki says this is a symbolic way for the students to participate in their education. After classes wrapped up, students discussed the need for education funding.
With our exclusive social media tool, we're getting a closer look at the signs that people brought with them, like this one from Rachel. She wrote, standing outside the Capitol in 30-degree weather because my future students are worth it. Gilcrease Elementary School showing their present with a photo saying, we're out here. And for Harry Potter fans, Cameron's sign says, my children deserve better. And the boy next to her has one that says, Dumbledore would never let this happen. Now, not all teachers made the trip to the Capitol today. Some groups are rallying right now in South Tulsa. And that's where we find Channel 8's Lauren Partain. She is live. And Lauren, how's it going out there right now?
Well, we are seeing a lot of support out here. People are honking their horns as these teachers are standing out in the cold with their signs. This one in particular saying 50% funding is an F. Why are you okay with failing all kids and teachers? Now, we are seeing them even get food and drinks from people in the community. Teachers from Broken Arrow Union and even Tulsa Public Schools are lining up down 71st Street from 145th Street all the way to Memorial. They say they will be out here all week if they aren't at the Capitol and invite everyone to come out.
Come out here and stand with us. Come out here and honk. We just want to raise awareness that what we are doing is not about us. This has nothing to do with us. This has everything to do with the kids.
Now, right now, we do see a lot of people out here, but we're told that even more are going to be showing up and lining up and down the streets. We're going to have another live report coming up at 5 as people continue to show their support for these teachers. Reporting live in Broken Arrow, Lauren Partain, Tulsa's Channel 8.
Lauren, thank you. Schools around Green Country already announcing they'll be closed tomorrow. Now, this includes Tulsa Public Schools, Union Public Schools, and Broken Arrow Public Schools. To double check your district, we have a full list on our website, which we continue to update, KTUL.com. With schools closed, some kids are at risk of going without food. But throughout this walkout, schools and community outreach programs, they're offering food options for students. To find a location near you, we have a list broken down by county on our website as well.
And Oklahoma teachers not the only ones who are rallying today. In Kentucky, thousands of teachers gathered in Frankfort. Teachers, other school employees filling the streets outside the state's Education Association office. But it's not funding at the center of this demonstration. It's a pension bill.
It's a timeless fight. We're fighting for the past. All those teachers that have already retired and are worried about their pensions. We're fighting for the now, which are the people that are teaching right now and are very worried about how students are going to get all the resources that we need. And we're fighting for the future. All the new teachers and all the future students, this is a timeless fight. It's the past, it's the now, and it's the future.
And they will continue to strike tomorrow.
An update to breaking news we first brought you last night at 10. The Tulsa County Sheriff's Office releasing the names of 3 people killed In a North Tulsa shooting, around 9 last night, deputies responded to 56th Street North in Frankfort. They found 45-year-old Eric Widger Sr. and his 42-year-old wife, Melissa, and their 20-year-old daughter, Nicole, dead. The couple's 18-year-old son also shot twice, but deputies say he escaped. The sheriff's office says Eric Widger Sr. called a family member and admitted to shooting his family. He also said he planned to kill himself. Get ready, Roseanne, back on tomorrow night.
Yeah, and with it already being a huge hit, we're already getting that good news that we've been waiting for.
And it's been a cool spring afternoon. Look at these temperatures, only in the 40s. We've got a cold front and a hard freeze the next few days. Details coming up.
Roseanne is back tomorrow night here only on Channel 8 with the huge success last week. Roseanne and John Goodman, they think they know why so many of you tuned in.
Yeah, our entertainment reporter Kid O'Shea talked to them about the reboot.
I'm not afraid of you.
Give it time.
Roseanne breaking TV records last week with its return.
For me, it was just like falling out of bed. It was amazing how easy it was.
18.6 million people watched, and now ABC has picked the show up for a second season. Roseanne expected the success.
Well, because I knew everyone was tried and true, all the writers that sit around the table, quite a few of them had been there for the original show, and the new writers, they had they're younger and had fresh ideas. It just all went together so well. It was pretty magical.
And telling me she always thought the show had more.
I always kind of really felt like this story needed that 10th season. So it was like, wow, I get to finish that up.
And how about that overwhelming reaction from fans?
What's that like for you guys to be so welcomed back into people's homes?
It feels good.
Yeah, of course it feels good. Yeah. You know, it's really wonderful.
What are you doing with my pictures?
I'm getting rid of the ones where you guys were fat.
Those are the only ones where we look happy.
In Hollywood, I'm Kid O'Shea.
Okay, so I got to see part of it.
Right.
Just snippets here and there. What I did see was really good.
You know, it's a dysfunctional family, but from everything you see and hear, they get along really well as a TV family. I think that's why it works.
It's human.
They get along, yeah.
All right. Don't miss the return of Roseanne tomorrow night at 7 right here on Tulsa's Channel 8. More big news about Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's wedding. Keith loves when we talk about this. Kensington Palace says a florist has been chosen.
Just can't wait. The couple has picked London florist Philippe Craddock to decorate St. George's Chapel at Windsor Castle. A lot of the arrangements will be created using locally sourced foliage from the Crown Estate and the Windsor Great Park.
Now, after the wedding, apparently the flowers will then be given to local charities.
Now, from the Oklahoma Ford Storm Center, your first warning forecast.
We have an impressive range of temperatures across the state. Look at this. In the Panhandle right now, we've got summertime weather, temperatures in the 80s. Fall-like weather in the southwest part of the state where temperatures in the 50s, and winter-like weather across our neck of the woods. Tulsa, low 40s in Copan, lower 40s in Pryor. So 3 different seasons going on across Oklahoma today. Now, we are tracking a frontal boundary down to our south. This will be lifting across the region, ushering in some much more mild, muggy air tonight, heading into the overnight hours, tracking a few showers and storms along the Red River, and those are going to be moving to the northeast as we head throughout the evening hours. Just a little bit of spotty drizzle, a few sprinkles across portions of southern Craig County near Veneta. That's about it. May see a few more areas of patchy drizzle this evening, but our next big weather maker is this strong cold front throughout Wyoming back through Utah, and this is going to be moving in heading into tomorrow morning into tomorrow afternoon. So future radar tonight does show again a little bit of patchy drizzle across green country as we look at our currents right now. A lot of clouds in place, 43, gusty south winds at 13, 42 up in Bartlesville, but already starting to see some milder air move in from the south. Wilburton at 56, 58 heading down towards Poto. So rather than fall off tonight with that southerly wind, we're going to see our temperatures actually increase throughout the evening hours. So here's a look at your hour-by-hour forecast. By 6 o'clock, 46. By 8 o'clock, 51. By 10 o'clock, 53. Winds out of the south about 10 to 15. And tomorrow morning, as you head off to work, temperatures generally middle to upper 50s. probably climbing into the 60s before this front moves in. Could be a few showers in the morning. I think the better chances for any type of thunderstorms are going to be in far eastern Oklahoma, late morning into the afternoon hours, and those will race off into western Arkansas. Should see some sunshine tomorrow afternoon, but behind that front, gusty northwest winds and temperatures falling a little bit into the lower to upper 50s. Now tomorrow night, heading into early Wednesday morning, we already have a freeze watch out, and temperatures are going to be very, very cold. Hard freeze. Tulsa, Wednesday morning, 27, 21 up in Bartlesville. So for you gardeners out there, you have to cover up the plants, bring in some plants if you can, as it's going to be colder Wednesday morning than it was this morning when we had many areas in the lower 30s. So looking at your forecast, we're going to be seeing temperatures in the 50s for Wednesday, Thursday 67. Thursday's the best day over the next 8 days. Look what happens for Friday. Another strong cold front, a cold rain, and temperatures dip below freezing for Saturday morning. Right now, some of the models hinting at a light wintry mix. You're saying April, snow? Well, maybe. We're going to continue to keep a close eye on this for you. Saturday afternoon, upper 40s. A little bit of a warm up heading into Sunday at 60, and then temperatures increase heading into Monday as highs will be in the lower 60s. Going to check traffic for you, and we are looking at one accident. This is northbound on 169. This is right now at 51st Street. Neely.
Clint, thank you. Next year at 4, the crowd may be clearing out, but the memories created, they'll remain.
Coming up, we'll check back in with Mark Bradshaw on this historic teacher walkout.
Educators taking their fight to the Capitol.
Yeah, their goal is to get more education funding and raises for state workers.
Daily Mark Bradshaw has been at the Capitol all afternoon watching the historic teacher walkout unfold. And Mark, what's been the biggest takeaway for you?
Well, right now the biggest takeaway is, I'm on the east side of the Capitol, and it's hard to believe that just a couple hours ago there were thousands and thousands of teachers here, and they're gone now, a mass exodus. But I heard from a lot of them, their message, not only do they want a pay raise, but they also want education funding. Nothing going on outside, but inside it's a totally different story. Behind me in the Capitol, lawmakers are meeting with teachers, are meeting with union representatives. State Superintendent Joy Hoffmeister is there. She was supposed to be with us at 4 o'clock. I was just told that she will be here in about 10 minutes. I'm going to talk to her, interview her, and then we'll turn that around for 5 o'clock and find out what's going on inside the Capitol right now. Back to you.
Mark, thank you. As many teachers leave the Capitol this afternoon, Governor Mary Fallin putting out her first tweet of the day.
Yeah, she wrote, "I appreciate teachers coming to the Capitol today. During the past 3 years, I've called for an increase in teacher salaries. Was proud to join with leaders of both parties last week to sign the largest pay raise in state history." We'll be right back.
Let's check out your burst photos. Renessa sent this in. These are several pictures, rather, from the teacher rally in Oklahoma City. And Samantha Billings sent this in called Owasso Teachers Taking a Stand.
That's pretty cool. And Danita Pacquiao sent this in called Support for Our Teacher Walkout in Jinx. And then Dan and Terry Olberg also sent these in as well. So thanks for sending them all in to burst.com/KTUL.
And keep doing so.
All right, weather tonight, a little bit of patchy drizzle around. Temperatures are actually going to warm tomorrow morning in the 50s and near 60. Cold front blasts through tomorrow afternoon. Temperatures drop off in the 50s. Hard freeze for Wednesday morning. Upper 20s to lower 20s. Warm up Thursday. Rainy, colder, maybe some light snow mix in Saturday.
What did you say?
Stay tuned at 5 for more.
All right. Thanks, Clint.
Jeopardy's next. Really?